Silva. We're here on our channel talking about SAP Cloud integration. Today, I want to bring up a topic that is not for the technical team, not for people who want CPI, ABAP, CPI. For those of you who are functional, this topic is very important. I assure you this is the most important topic I have brought to this YouTube channel so far. A very important topic I want to talk to you about today is system integration. We know today that we have many standard SAP APIs that can be easily consumed. Often, where to use them, how to locate these APIs. Today, I will show you how to locate this API. I will introduce you to the API Business Hub website, which is SAP's accelerator for the integration part. In other words, you want to find APIs, CDS, web services, which would be the Odata APIs v2, Odata v4, and iFlow packages that exist within CPI. Personally, I can't say if there is a difference between the packages available in the API Hub and those in the SAP Discovery in terms of features and functionalities offered by SAP and their respective benefits. But I assure you, the package you find here, you can import it into CPI. This is for the technical team. And for those functional today, I will show you how to use the API, query the API, and understand and work with this tool, as it's a very comprehensive tool on the subject. So I'm going to share my screen now. Can you see my screen? This is the site apisap.com, known as the business hub of this API today, which is our great accelerator for the integration part. So let's do a quick overview first, before I show you how to use an API. Let's do an overview of everything we can find within this tool and detailed overview. So look here, starting with products, we can find information about SAP S/4HANA Cloud, like both public cloud and private cloud. We can find things for S/4HANA that exist today, in S/4HANA on-premise, for custom experience, things about BTP, about SuccessFactors, Ariba, Concur, among other tools here. We also have the business process here, some tools that can effectively assist us to find. We work here by categories. As I mentioned, you can find numerous various different APIs, events, graphs, adapters, process automation, BADs, CDS views, and many more distinct items, among other things that you can find. Today, we will mainly focus on how to locate the APIs in the session. I want to show you, especially, the APIs in detail and thoroughly and comprehensively. Let's scroll down right here. This is where you can choose which specific environment you want to use. All right? So I want to find the SuccessFactors stuff. You will select exactly the SuccessFactors items, and it will filter the particular SuccessFactors items. Oh, I definitely want the S/4HANA Cloud. It will filter the things from S/4HANA Cloud for you. 1525 ODatas, 1237 REST APIs, 1065. Mild's presentations remain, folks. SAP APIs? So yes, there's a lot of content here. Even the events that exist within S/4HANA, you can find here as well, CDS views, adapters, etc. As I mentioned, for the technical team, here you can also find adapters and some integration iFlows. Partners and SAP. Not just SAP, but also the partners. Tools that are not SAP are here as well. And you can create a workplace here and, in this way, copy it to appear inside your integration suite in your CPI for your client. What do you mean, Milan? Let's quickly show this to the technical team in a simple manner, for instance. Here we have, look, on the right side, upper corner, we definitely stay in this box with more here. Here you can easily register a workspace for your company online and efficiently. You will configure the URL here. For those who are already familiar with it, client ID, client secret, to be able to communicate with your environment there. That way, when you copy it, he will be able to create the package inside your CPI. For instance, here's an example. He is indeed telling me that my client LVMH, and in fact also owes you. I copied the S/4HANA Cloud package to the ServiceNow system. In other words, I basically added this package through the accelerator within the client's account itself. I absolutely guarantee you, without a doubt, it works perfectly. So, my API cost students, don't worry, I will make more detailed videos about this there, doing it step by step with you. Today, I'm just giving a general overview. I want to focus on the APIs today. I'll go back to the APIs. Let's imagine the following scenario. For example, we want to register a business partner. We want to find the business partner APIs. And today we are on the SAP Public Cloud project. We will talk about new developments. SAP Public Cloud, we are in the SAP Public Cloud project, and we want to see the APIs for the business partner. How exactly are we going to do this? First thing, right here below, filter West for HANA Cloud. Filtered right now, carefully and thoroughly. Perfect. Now, let's absolutely go to the APIs, right? Mark the APIs. Now let's come here to all. Why all? I don't want to search only packages. I want to search for all the APIs that exist in my system, regardless of what it is, and ensure that I have a comprehensive list of them. Here in all, we have a corner, a find. Here you filter what you want. I need to create a sales order, business partner. We will work with business partner. I will filter here for the business partner. So, in order to do that, I then enter. It shows me the services that exist today. So, first detail, I want to filter here. I want one that allows creating, reading, and updating. I already know that this one, A2X, is talking about create, read, update. So it will open all the ones for you, and you will see which one is best for you. I want to use Odata because it is a newer technology. So I will come here, click on this one to open it. It opened. Here, it already starts showing you all the documentation for this API. Everything that it contains. We are starting to get some interesting information here. Down here, look documentation. When you click here, it will open the help for this API, already explaining this API to you. So, here is an explanation of various things within this API. Click here for get, post. Get is for retrieving, post is for creating, patch and put here are for updating data. Delete is for deleting data. If you want to work in batch, it also has a batch option, as mentioned here. By clicking on the right-hand side, if I click here on the Create button, it brings up all the various entities that exist within this API for creation. All the different entities that exist for creation. Then you will know what you want to create. The functional person or team knows what they want to create, and they will select more carefully and appropriately. And the detail, it provides examples of payloads for creating. This is an accelerator for you as well, helping you when you create. You don't have to fill out everything there for a BP to create a BP. We know that you don't need to fill in all the fields. I'll also give some other tips on how to speed up this process when creating a BP or anything else. It is very comprehensive documentation. It is important to know how to navigate this documentation. Since I actually filtered S/4HANA Cloud earlier, it brings the information here from S/4HANA Cloud. And for those who want to work with the public cloud, excellent training for those who have never seen it and take on their first project. First of all, as a functional consultant, you need to know that it is very important that you have to activate the scope item within S/4HANA Cloud. When you activate the specific scope item, you enable the services available for that process. Example, here they are currently talking about the copy items that indeed exist down here. You can actually see them right here. IRO 6BC. According to the information you want to perform, you will activate the copy item, and with that, you will enable the things for these APIs here. The functional team came here, activated the copy item correctly, and selected which copy item they need. Now comes the technical part. Specifically, the guy wants the BP or integration process. He wants to activate the BP APIs within the public cloud. There are the communication scenarios. Here it already mentions the code. The business partner here can use SAP with 00008, which will activate the APIs. That way, you will have the APIs to use. The first thing, then, functionally, is to activate the copy items. If the functional team does not activate the copy items, the scenario communication will not appear for you, who are on the technical side. So, the employee will always do their part first. Once they have done it, you can activate the copy items, activate the API, and in this way, make the configurations. This way, you can receive the URL to use. For those using S/4HANA on-premise, private, or also using ICC, we have the geodata transactions. So, you go to the geodata transactions and activate and enable them. Always remember here we are, as I said, in the SAP Cloud part. Is it an S/4HANA there? Check if it is within the version you currently have of your S/4HANA. You might need to do an upgrade, as the API might not exist for you yet. Here in this part of the documentation, it will always tell you whether this API definitely exists for you to consume or not. Got it? So the API specification has detailed configurations. An important thing. The site it has. It shows here that it has a sandbox. In other words, SAP provides a simulator for you to use. You can perform a GET request to check if this API meets your needs. You are getting the data you want. Detail, it is not yet currently possible. It is still not feasible at this current moment to post or patch within the sandbox. If you try to do a publication or an update, it will give you a message saying, unfortunately, this environment, unfortunately, does not allow this type of action method. You have to use your S/4HANA in order to be able to effectively and efficiently do post and patch your system properly. Normally, I come here, look at the documentation, see the API, don't get it, mainly because when I go to make a post, I tell the functional team, do a GET first, go there, get the fields you know are necessary to create a BP, get everything, copy and paste so you don't have to fill in all the fields manually. Do a create just like a GET that already exists in the environment. Got it? So, let's learn this together. Up here, we have a tryout feature that we can explore. Let's click on this tryout button to see what happens next. It opens up here, which we call today, and people talk a lot about it. It is a very useful and versatile tool for you to use in your daily life to consume the APIs. People often refer to it as Swagger, commonly known as Swagger. This is essentially a Swagger created right here for you to play around with and use the APIs. Look, on the left side here, you can simply see the screen. It is showing all the entities that exist within this API. We said that we wanted to see business partner. So we will basically then look for business partner specifically on the left-hand side. I found it. I opened the business partner it is showing me. It has a GET. GET is for fetching data, such as retrieving information from a server. There is also a post in business partner to establish a business partner. It has a GET here, look. There is a business partner in brackets. This means it is a variable. It searches for the specific business partner that you have specified. You need to provide the business partner number to the system. pass the business partner number to it, and then it will return back to you the specific business partner number that you requested, a patch for you to modify as needed. And he is saying here, look, you can actually modify it by definitely passing the BP as a parameter. Perfect? So let's go. Let's use this first get. When I click on this get, notice that it changed right here. Look, the business partner right now. So always make sure you clicked and it appeared here. What matters is what is here on the middle screen. This is indeed what you are actually using. Here, it is using the variable top. $1 here, great. It is exactly saying the following thing. Bring the first 50 BPs you find within the environment. Here, look, environment. It is saying the following thing. I am currently using the sandbox. What does he mean by this new environment here? He means the following thing. Specifically, you can register your environment right here. Give me the host, the port of your environment, the authentication method, the user, and the password, so I can perform a GET request in your environment and display it here within this tool. There is a client environment there. You can register it here and then perform a GET. I'll be honest, it's still a bit of a workaround. Sorry, it's a bit of a workaround. Because I have it registered in my account and it's not showing up. Many times you refresh, sometimes it appears, sometimes it doesn't. It's a tricky business. You save it, say you're going to use it, but if you register it here to use it right away, it shows up. Sometimes it just doesn't show up at all. Mine was supposed to be showing up here and it's not, right? But just talking, okay? Because if you use it daily and it disappears, make sure to note it down in the notepad. You'll have to keep registering it multiple times here. I end up using Postman to make it faster, okay? I use it here to get to know the API, locate the API, and then I go to Postman. I point to my environment in Postman. I will show this to you in another video, in the second video on this topic. Since it's in Postman, how I use it will become very clear to you, because it's important for you to know how to use Postman as well. Okay, everyone? So, let's go. It will generate a show API key. Why generate an API key? It's mandatory to have an API key to use all the APIs available here. It creates one for you. When you register, you create. It's a public tool. You don't need SUS, you don't need PUS, you don't need company authorization. Anyone can easily come here, register their email, and freely gain access. It is a public platform. All right? So, if you have never worked at a SAP company and want to learn, you can come here and start experimenting, because from today you need to learn how to use these APIs. Let's go. I'll run it right. Where I run it, it executed. I will pull the scroll bar down here. It is bringing the BPs. It brought BP 11, a BP down here. Let's scroll down. BP 202. He recently brought a BP 203 and is also currently bringing the data, which is being processed. But filter by business partner grouping. Not BP 01, need BP 02. Check for a BP 02 registered here. Finding it. BP 01. BP 01. Here BP 02. I want to simply filter the business partner group equal to BP02. How do I just filter this? To see if the data is actually useful for me, let's learn that there is a field called filter above. It doesn't mean that you can filter all the fields. Usually, the key fields cannot be filtered here. You have to use the API below on the left side and pass the key to it. But here we go. I copied the field name, Business Partner Group, from the EQ space down below. EQ means equal, okay? Equal. Single quote, it just has to open. BP02, close single quote. I did that, and now I'll just simply run it. Notice down here, take a look, he just changed my call rel. He says he brought in about approximately 50 units, but put in an additional filter saying business partner group equal to DP02. Don't worry about this 20% right over here. This is space. He encoded space. This is common to do in URLs. It automatically encodes. We can look down here. Let's see if it really worked. Look, brought it. The first VP he brought was this one, which is 1 million, the BP number. So, he brought this BP with group 02. Scroll down just a bit more. He brought more items here. I'll take this one for now. 001. I want to filter just this guy right here. I just want to find him. I will switch to the GET on the left side of the business partner. Look, it has a variable here. Business partner. It's the variable that's inside here, C, that I mentioned to you, inside keys. I'm going to put a value in it here, which I copied earlier. I'm going to run it. I executed it. Perfect. It actually only brought that BP right now, exactly 1 BP. So, what do I also tell the functional team? Functional, come here, do a get, copy these values here, which you know are important for creating the BP, which you know are mandatory. Because when you go to post, it's really tough. Because post has a body, a gigantic body with everything about the BP. Everything in quotes okay? To create the BP, you need to call at least 5 dates to create the entire BP. Next lesson, I'll show a BP I created in the company with step-by-step instructions to create a BP you'll understand. Creating within the client's environment. All right, so I say, take it and copy it. Why do I tell you to copy from the GET? You come here and replace the values that you already have ready and filled in. Why, folks? Don't pass these values as strings. Delete the value that you know is not mandatory. Delete it. Don't pass it. The JSON doesn't need to include the value that isn't necessary. Be very attentive to this. It's critical. There. Once that particular step is completely done, it's perfectly ready and fully prepared to be used. Folks, let's now take a moment to understand some important details that I think are absolutely important. I told you in great detail about the API key, how it generates, and its functionality. He passes the API key in the header. He passes a parameter named API key. This is the guy that you, who already knows Postman, will use in Postman for your day-to-day tasks, on a regular basis and efficiently. I think your content is cool. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, if there's anything unclear, comment below on the video. Look, Leylon, I have a question about this one. Could you record a video on this topic as well? I didn't understand the subject, and I will keep recording what I see that is interesting for you, okay? That way, every single day you can tell me exactly what you absolutely want, and I'll bring content for you, okay? Guys, I'm going to say the following. Today, it is very important for functional consultants to know how to handle this part of integration. Now, you need to master this tool. You have to master Postman. Now, it is rare to have projects that do not involve integration. Those working on SAP Public Cloud projects will have integration. You can be sure. There's no other way. Just configure it there and it will be working. There will be integration with something. There's no way around it. So, it's interesting. For those who don't know me, I have a SAP Cloud Integration course. The link to my course will be down here in the video description for you to check out and explore. It's a more technical course for those who want integration. I don't want to work with integration, but I want to learn, understand, and play around a little. By the course, there are several functional modules. Compare the course and you'll find it interesting to know a bit about integration. because with projects, you have to go there to check what errors are happening, and knowing how to navigate and understand the tool is very good. Because I tell you, I am on my projects and the key users learn to work with it along with me there. In the integration, we are unit testing, integration testing, and key users are learning to use it. It's good for you, who are also functional, to learn it. Don't leave it to the key user to keep testing and showing you the error. Interested by the course, I guarantee you'll like it, and there will be content like this there as well. Explaining about BTP, I will soon bring a comprehensive content about BTP to understand what BTP is, explain some things that I see many people are confused about, and it will become much clearer. In the second video of this course here on YouTube, I will bring a part 2 showing the Postman part, where I will show how to fetch the data and perform an additional GET request in Postman. I will do it in the client's environment. I will make a post here so you can see how I configure the client's environment as well. Guys, thank you. See you in our next class. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.